Welcome in, guys. Hope you're okay. I'm your host Ben, and this is Who's Clues. Let's kick off with the recap from last episode's story titled The Poisoned Chalice. Taking place at the Worthington estate, our victim, Sir Charles Worthington, had gathered his family and friends for a reading of his revised will. But halfway through the meal, Charles was murdered by poisoning. Let's line up the suspects. There's Lady Evelyn Worthington, Sir Charles's second wife. We had Edward Worthington, which was Sir Charles's eldest son from his first marriage. Clara Worthington, which was Edward's estranged sister and Sir Charles's daughter. George Davenport, who was a family lawyer, and his daughter Alice Davenport, which was Sir Charles's personal assistant. Now we've gone through our characters, let's go through the reveal. Our detective pieces together the events of the evening, focusing on the chalices. She discovers the poison was not simply added to Sir Charles's chalice. The chalice had been switched during dinner. The poison was originally meant for Lady Evelyn, but someone had changed the plan at the last minute. The investigation leads back to Alice Davenport, who had orchestrated the poisoning. Alice, resentful of her low status within the family and driven by her loyalty to Lady Evelyn, planned to eliminate Sir Charles so that Evelyn could inherit the estate. However, when she overheard that Evelyn was considering divorcing Sir Charles, Alice saw an opportunity to secure her place by ensuring that Evelyn died first, making Alice the keeper of Sir Charles's trust. At that moment, in a panic, Alice switched the chalices, causing Sir Charles to drink the poison intended for Lady Evelyn. Alice hoped that his death would look like a simple murder by one of his more obvious enemies. Unfortunately for Alice, the chalices had been engraved with family crests, a detail she overlooked. The detective exposes Alice as the true culprit. Alice, realizing her plan had unraveled, confesses in a moment of desperation, admitting that she felt betrayed by everyone in the Worthington family, including Lady Evelyn. She had hoped to rise above her lowly station by aligning herself with Evelyn, but when Evelyn distanced herself, Alice decided to act. As Alice is led away by the authorities, the remaining members of the Worthington family are left to contemplate their fractured legacy. Lady Evelyn, now the sole inheritor of Sir Charles's estate, walks away from the mansion, leaving behind the wealth and the darkness that consumed the Worthington name. Our detective, though hardened by the case, leaves with a sense of justice served, but not without a lingering question. In a family so steeped in greed and secrets, how long will it be before the poison of ambition strikes again? The Worthington family dinner may be over, but the shadow of its treachery will haunt the halls of the estate for years to come. Well guys, what did you think of that one? A rich old man changes his will, of course there's going to be a murder. But let me know what you thought. You can email me at whosclues.podcast@gmail.com. With that murder solved, let's crack open a new murder. Our new tale is titled The Final Act. This one is set in the luxurious Thornwood Theatre, a historic playhouse located in the heart of London's West End. The theatre is famous for its classic productions and lavish parties, but tonight is special. It's opening night for a highly anticipated play named The Final Act. It's written by the enigmatic playwright Linda Kingsley, and the entire theatre community has gathered to witness what is expected to be a masterpiece. But when the curtain falls, it will reveal not just art, but something more sinister. Let's get to our characters. There's Linda Kingsley, the playwright, known for her brilliant but often dark, controversial plays. Linda is elusive, a figure shrouded in mystery. She hasn't written a play in nearly a decade, and rumours swirl about why she disappeared from the limelight. Tonight marks her triumphant return, or so it seems. Next is Arthur Caldwell, the aging director of the play. Once a close collaborator of Linda's, he is a perfectionist with a reputation for being difficult to work with. He and Linda had a falling out years ago, and this reunion was fraught with tension. We have Victoria Shaw, the lead actress, a rising star in the theatre world. She's desperate to break through to Hollywood and has been courting producers for film roles. Her performance tonight could make or break her career. And Marcus Sinclair, the leading man, a seasoned actor known for his charm both on and off the stage. He has a history of scandal, including affairs and a reputation for backstabbing other actors to secure roles. Next is Elena Walsh, the theatre's producer and one of the most powerful figures in the industry. She funded the play's production and is banking on its success. However, her connections to Linda's past raise questions about her true motivations. And finally, there's Oliver Grant, a theatre critic notorious for his scathing reviews and influence over the careers of actors and playwrights alike. He's been invited to the opening night, though few are happy to see him. Now we've got our setting and our characters, let's go through the events of the evening. It's the night of the grand premiere. The audience is filled with celebrities, critics and theatre lovers, all eager to witness Linda Kingsley's new work. This cast is nervous, knowing the stakes are high. As the curtain rises, the tension is palpable. The play unfolds with gripping drama, but just as the final act begins, a scream echoes through the backstage. The performance is interrupted and the audience is plunged into chaos. Arthur Caldwell, the director, is found dead in his office, his body slumped over his desk and an empty glass of wine at his side. The scene initially looks like a natural death or perhaps an accident, until a note is found, written in Linda Kingsley's distinct handwriting. The note reads, "The final act has begun." Our detective goes through clues found at the scene. Arthur's wine glass found with traces of rare poison. The poison acts slowly, mimicking a heart attack, but it can be detected if someone knows what to look for. The glass was brought to him shortly before his death, but no one remembers who delivered it. The note was found near Arthur's body. It appears to be part of the script, but it wasn't part of the original draft. Linda denies writing it, though the handwriting matches hers perfectly. She claims someone must have forged it. And in Arthur's office, a torn version of the play's script is discovered. It's missing key pages from the final act, and Linda grows defensive when questioned about the changes, insisting she didn't authorise any last-minute rewrites. A diamond necklace is also found, belonging to Victoria Shaw. It was discovered near Arthur's body. Victoria claims she must have left it there earlier in the day, but placement suggests it was dropped in a hurry. Hidden in a drawer in Arthur's desk, an envelope containing a large sum of cash is found, along with a cryptic note reading, "For your silence." No one admits to having any knowledge of this payment, but the note suggests a scandal and Arthur was being paid to keep quiet. And finally, one of the costumes for the final act, a distinctive black cloak and mask, is missing from the wardrobe. Witnesses recall seeing someone wearing it before Arthur's death, but no one knows who it was or why they were dressed for the final scene so early. As the investigation deepens, it's revealed that Linda's disappearance from the theatre world a decade ago wasn't by choice. She had been involved in a scandal with Arthur, who had taken credit for her work early in her career. Linda had tried to expose him, but Arthur's connections in the industry shut her out. Tonight's play was supposed to be her comeback, and Arthur's death may have been an act of revenge. Victoria, the lead actress, had been growing increasingly frustrated with Arthur. He had been verbally abusive during rehearsals and threatened to replace her with a younger understudy if she didn't deliver a flawless performance. The discovery of her necklace in his office casts further suspicion on her. Did she kill Arthur to protect her career? And Marcus, the leading man, had a secret affair with Arthur's wife years ago, leading to a bitter falling out between the two men. Though they reconciled professionally, the tension remained. Marcus was one of the last people near Arthur's office before the murder. The rumours suggest that he had been blackmailing Arthur for years, using the affair as leverage to secure lead roles. However, the producer, Elena Walsh, had known Arthur and Linda since their early days in the industry. It's revealed that Alina had been funneling money to Arthur in exchange for keeping a major secret. Linda had written several plays under a pseudonym that Arthur took credit for. Arthur's death might benefit Alina by keeping the secret buried, but it's unclear if she would go as far as murder to protect her investments. And this is where we will pause our tale. Drama at a theatre, who would have guessed it? But who do you think it was? Linda Kingsley, the playwright, who had a scandalous past with our victim Arthur. Victoria Shaw, our lead actress, she was facing abuse in the rehearsals. Would she murder to secure her role? Next is the leading man, Marcus Sinclair. He was the last one seen to leave the office. Let's not forget Oliver Grant, the theatre critic. He's been in the background during the investigation, but could he have been the one wearing the missing costume from the wardrobe? And finally, the producer, Elena Walsh. She knew about the scandal between Linda and Arthur. Is this enough for murder, or is there more to it? All will be revealed in the next episode. Thank you all very much for listening. Goodbye.